One key thing if you want to scale your Amazon business is that you are going to need to outsource some stuff, right? And most of you guys do not know how to outsource stuff and in which order you should outsource your stuff. So this is what we are going to discuss in today's video. Because as I said, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, watch it. This is the second video in this series on outsourcing. You are constantly going to be alternating in between two states when you scale your Amazon business. One, you do not have enough money to buy all the leads that you have, and so you need to find capital. And the other one, you do not have enough time in a day to do all the things that you want to do, that you need to do, not that you want to do, but that you need to do to actually bring your business to the next step, to the next stage, to more revenue, right? And you are constantly going to be alternating in those in between those two states. Once you reach that stage first, like the first time that you are going to reach that stage where you do not have enough time, you're going to need to start outsourcing some stuff and make your process more efficient, make better use of your time to go back to this stage where you do not have enough money to buy all the leads that you potentially have, right? And so you're gonna go back to this one once you know your business catch up, like your capital catch up, and you are going to need to go back to this one. You are going to need to outsource different things, and so this is what we are going to talk about today. I'm going to tell you the 3 things that you need to outsource and in what order and in which way, because the last thing that you should outsource is sourcing. This is the last thing that you are going to need to outsource. You are going to need to do a lot of to outsource other stuff before you actually start outsourcing sourcing. And even when you start outsourcing sourcing, you should not go with a VA directly. All right, we are going to talk about that because a lot of you guys are doing things wrong, in my opinion. Before we actually dive into those 3 things that you need to outsource, I am now offering one-on-one coaching. If you want to scale your Amazon business, all right? If you want to pick my brains, if you need my help to scale your Amazon business, book a call with me and we can talk about that. I can build a plan for you to help you scale your Amazon business. Or if you are just a beginner, same thing. We can build a plan for you to actually get your business up and running and go full time. So link in the description, book a call with me. Second link, we also have a Discord server, so it's the best place to network with other Amazon sellers and with me, because I'm always over there hanging out, answering questions. So, and as I always say, networking is one of the things that is going to get you ahead. So, link in the description, join the Discord, come and out with us. You have no excuse. If you want to network, easy way to do it is to engage with people on the Discord server. So, the first thing that you want to outsource in your Amazon business is going to be administrative task, admin task. Why do I say that? Because these are the easiest tasks to outsource. And like a lot of you guys have never outsourced anything to a VA or to anybody else. So you need to train yourself because you are going to need to be a better delegator. It's not easy. Don't think that you can just tell someone, okay, do this. You need to train the person. You need to build, you need to write SOPs, you need to train the guy to actually be able to do the stuff that you want up to your, like, to a level that is satisfactory to you. It's not easy to do, and you are going to like train yourself first before you are able to train other people. So start by delegating administrative tasks, because if you cannot actually delegate this stuff, you are not going to be able to delegate like more complicated stuff such as sourcing. Because it's way more, it's a way harder process to actually source profitable inventory than it is for administrative tasks, like getting your spreadsheet in order, working with your emails, all the small stuff, like all the small stuff that is required to run an Amazon business that do not necessarily have a direct impact on your return on investment, all right? So these tasks are way easier to outsource, and they take some time. They may not take a lot of time, but like it's going to make your life easier if you just outsource these tasks. So start working with these tasks, get your stuff in order, your emails, all the like ordering your invoices, your receipts if you do retail arbitrage, get your spreadsheet in order. So your spreadsheet when you place orders, get everything in order. Like just get your VA to do this first and then move to the next thing, all right? Because this is going to free up a little time every day already for you. Start training yourself to outsource these tasks so you can start getting better when you actually need to outsource sourcing, all right? But before you actually go to the third step, which is outsourcing. Sourcing, you are going to need to outsource your prepping, all right? Prepping your inventory and shipping your inventory to Amazon, listing your inventory, all that stuff. And how do you do this? It's by hiring a prep center. This is going to be the second thing that you need to outsource, and this is going to be a huge time saver, because prepping, not only prepping, but receiving inventory, checking that the inventory, that you received everything, labeling everything, putting everything, but it takes a huge time. And you may not realize it, but just receiving package, at one point, it starts to get a lot. Just receiving the package and checking that you receive everything, and like tracking everything that you received and making sure that you actually received all the inventory that you were supposed to receive. It takes a lot of time every single day. It takes a lot of energy. And whenever you are going to start, or like, it's going to save you a ton of time. So the second thing that you need to outsource is prepping, all right? Get a prep center. And in tomorrow's video, I'll make a video on how to actually find a great prep center, because it was requested on the Discord server. But yeah, the second thing that you are going to need to do is outsourcing prepping. It takes a lot of time, and it's going to free up so much time. So this is the stage where my business was. I did not have enough time. I actually had like enough. It's not that I did not have enough time, but like prepping started to take too long, way too long. And it was most of the work that I did for my Amazon business was prepping. It was not even sourcing. And so by delegating prepping, it was able to, I was at that stage, the third stage. And by prepping, I went back to the second stage, and I'm still at the second stage, because right now I want to scale, but I do not have enough capital to scale. So this is the main thing that actually brought me to this step right now, to this stage that I am right now, where I told you I do not work a lot every day, because I just don't have enough money to, there's no point with me sourcing all day if I do not have enough money to buy everything, right? I would source more if I had to, but like right now, to be honest, yeah, this is the point where I'm at today. I need to build my capital a little bit more. Maybe I'll have like a better loan offer from Amazon next month, because by the way, if you watch the previous videos, I told you that this month was either going to be a maintenance month or a scaling month, depending on if my Amazon loan, the loan offer was good. I'm waiting for next month until they send me a better offer, because I think the offer is not interesting enough. So yeah, here it is. You see that I apply the philosophies I talk about even in my own business, all right? And so let's move to the third thing that you need to outsource. The third thing that you are going to need to outsource, you know it, is sourcing, all right? But you first need to invest in tools. So if you just source doing reverse sourcing and manual sourcing, before you actually get a VA, pay for tactical arbitrage, all right? And try to learn how to use it, because there's no reason you should pay someone like between $250 to $400 a month if you haven't even put the money to make your own time more efficient by getting tactical arbitrage, tactical expander, just $100 a month. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you like $100 a month. Just get the tools, use leverage to make your time more efficient, sourcing, and then when it starts getting too much, even with tactical arbitrage and all that stuff, then start outsourcing by getting a VA. Do not go straight to a VA if you haven't actually paid and like invested the money in tools to actually make your sourcing easier. So tactical arbitrage, tactical expander, all those tools with sourcing, and like added, if you haven't added a few websites to tactical arbitrage, do this, because it's going to make your life sourcing way easier. And then when it starts getting overwhelming again, get a VA. Do not do it before. Invest in the tools. Same thing. If you do not have a repricer yet, get the repricer before, because it's going to make your life way easier, like changing your prices. If you do not have a tool to help you so, and you do not necessarily need it, because I was talking about inventory lab, but if you have a prep center, you do not necessarily need it. But like, invest in all the tools that are going to save you time before you actually invest in a VA. It does not make sense. If you still change your price manually and you want to get a VA, just get a repricer first. Like the sourcing should be the last thing you outsource, because it's the highest return on investment activity in your business. It is. Sourcing is the highest return on investment activity. Everything else is not worth your time. So just outsource all the other stuff, then outsource sourcing. As I said, everything else is not worth your time. Outsource that first, and like, because your time is really worth the highest return on investment activity that you can do in your business, all right? If you haven't outsourced anything yet. So your time is worth, you want to make your time worth what your time is worth when you are sourcing. before actually delegating sourcing, because it does not make sense. So just do this and then get a VA. I'll make a video on how to test VAs, how to hire VAs once I actually do it, because I can never get a VA to actually source for me. But like once I do, I will of course document everything and make a video. So that's today's video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, do all that stuff. Watch these other videos on the screen. I release a new video every single day, so subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, thank you for watching.